majority of the people are right there. That's what's so sad. Everybody's basically in the middle. We
Yeah.
take points of views from both sides, and we kind of want to live our life that way. But the extremes on both end are just running shit.
Yeah.
So
Yep. Definitely.
and I think that's why Biden. That's why so many people were passionate about voting or could kind of get behind Biden, even though he's extremely old. Is the fact that he's moderate. And he's talking about bringing the country together, and man, we need that more than anything now. We need that. So
from either side, honestly.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I want to go back to being able to respecting Republicans.
Exactly.
I know they're not all racist. You can't fall for all that shit either.
No.
I was just saying, I forget where I saw this at, but it was like, just because you're a Republican doesn't mean you're a racist. But if you're a racist, you're definitely a Republican. Right, there's a problem with that.
No, it is. Yeah. No, that's who knows.
We're both full of shit. We don't know what we're talking about.
We don't know what we're talking about. I try and make people laugh, and you make music, and here we are talking about politics.
Got no business being here
in a very half-assed fashion, but what else are you gonna do?
Yeah,
it's what's going on right now. There's
no avoiding it.
This I woke up with a bug up my ass, and it was because of all this shit.
Yeah. 2 days now of just
breaking news.
Stop it. Let me refresh. Let me see if we've done anything. Maybe we'll get a president while we're on the fucking podcast.
What's going on with Oregon?
What is going on with Oregon?
They legalized mushrooms for medicinal purposes, and they decriminalized all drugs. I'm trying to see if I can find that article.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter, actually.
That shit's crazy. Psilocybin.
It's about time, really.
Oh yeah. if there's ever a time in history where people need to maybe drop a few mushrooms, it would be now.
Right.
Get everybody to calm down. Question for you: have you ever done a psychedelic?
Here we go. I was just about to jump into it. No. Yeah, I haven't done anything. I mean, alcohol. I was the quote unquote straight edge kid, but it was more like I just didn't give a shit.
Right.
My younger years, just grew up in like around skateboarders, skateboarded for I don't know how many years. And that whole scene was just like fucking weed everywhere,
all kind of
couple of little pills here and there. And it was so in my face all the time that actually turned me off to it. Just like,
that's good. That's
almost like politics and shit. You just get so sick of it that you're just like, you just don't want anything to do with it, or you need a break from it or whatever.
That's awesome.
But if the time was ever right, I certainly would. You know what I mean? Like,
you drop a few shrooms.
Yeah, just fucking try it out, see what's going on.
Go camping, go for a walk.
It's been proven. Anyone that would be shocked by that should really do their research.
Oh man, yeah, they just a state just legalized it to help people with PTSD, anxiety. It does all kind of shit for your brain, they say.
Yeah,
I know. I've done it one time.
How'd that go?
And first let me start. Black people, we don't really like to fuck around with the acid and all that shit, or at least back in my day, that's not really our style. Weed, low alcohol, and you're done.
Right.
But I was in a little hippie town, pretending like I was going to a junior college, just hanging out basically. I started hanging out with these white kids, and
that's all it takes, man.
That's all it takes, really. You know what I mean? You're up in the boonies. But I'd have to say, it was nice as far as it just made the world look prettier. Music sounded better, trees looked better, the clouds looked great. I didn't really, see. I just saw nature for what it was, but it just looked. Everything looked highlighted and just beautiful. Like there was a what do they call those? A filter on the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've heard that.
And music was great. I started listening. I'm black. Beatles, Led Zeppelin. I mean, come on. But these people were playing that, and all that shit sounded good. Everything was just enhanced.
Nice.
And so I can see if you've been in Afghanistan and war and shit, and you're traumatized.
Right. You hear loud noise and you lose your mind.
Right.
Yeah.
I could see eating some mushrooms, maybe going for a little hike and just experiencing the world and how it looks could be beneficial,
Yeah.
So
I think
off.
it's
I was gonna say hats off to Oregon for doing that, having the balls to do that, really.
Yeah. And I think there was multiple states that legalized marijuana.
Yes.
Marijuana.
Mary Jane.
Right. Like which is again, like I don't do it, but that's great.
Yeah, well, I mean, to put people in jail for weed is basically like, that's you just chinking away at the soul of the country, really, because that's evil if you think about it. But Arizona did it, New Jersey, and who else? Arizona, New Jersey, and I think one more did it for Mississippi did it for medicinal use, but Arizona, New Jersey legalized it for recreational. So
nice.
Hats off to them. It's a big money grab. If you look at what's going on in Colorado, Washington, California, it's a nice little income source. Hopefully they spread it around. Politicians let it, go to schools, roads, things
How
like
ironic, man. Drugs losing the war on drugs,
right.
And then like that possibly being turned around and used to fund schools.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just it's an old way of thinking, reefer madness. Oh my God, you're gonna turn into a fucking zombie.
You're gonna start all your daughters are gonna start banging black dudes.
Right. It's just over from there. You're gonna start wearing Halloween masks every day. It was all a big lie,
All a big lie.